Evening all, Louise here with another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Right, just having a swig of my tea. So we're doing quite well on the memberships. Got 64, but now 62 members, which is awesome. And we're beginning a new month now, so we're starting from 0. And let's see how far we get this month for Bluebell Wood Children's Hospice. Right, for those new subscribers, all proceeds from my channel go to a children's hospice in Sheffield, Yorkshire, called Bluebell Wood Children's Hospice. And all revenue from my YouTube videos goes to that. The membership money I've decided that I'm going to keep in order to help me expand the channel and bring more different things for you. So that's the spiel over with. Other than bottom right hand corner, there's a little crown. If you're not subscribed and you fancy subscribing, give it a click. It's easy to do. And there we go. Right, this reading is a requested reading from Karen Edge, who wants to know, is Sadiq Khan going to keep his position? Right, now, I know there are mayoral elections on the 1st of May. Unfortunately, for those hoping to see the back of Sadiq Khan, the 1st of May is not going to be one for the London mayor because he regained his seat last year. So there's another 4 years to go. So it'll be 2028 for Sadiq Khan. However, there are mumblings, and I have it on good authority that all the London boroughs are now turning against him. I think it's got something to do with him removing I don't know how he's removed the powers, but there's something going through Parliament. I don't quite understand it. So he's not going to be voted in or out come the 1st of May. But there are some movements within the 30-odd boroughs of London who are rather dismayed with Sadiq Khan's authoritarian little person. So maybe some of his powers will be removed, and that will give them some opportunity to put some input into what London is doing for all the boroughs. Now, years and years ago, I remember Ken Livingstone being the mayor of London, and they had a London Assembly, and I think that is the thing that's been removed. So he's like head dictator, and all the borough council leaders have got no say in anything. And I think that's what I think this is what the pushback's all about. This is what I'm getting, but sadly, those of you in London don't get a vote on who's going to be mayor now until 2028. So let's see what's happening with Sadiq Khan. So there's some trouble afoot. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. It's often seen on the Rider-Waite Tarot as 2 paupers walking past a very rich church. Makes me wonder whether there's some financial questions with Sadiq Khan. And then we've got the 6 of Swords and the Magician. One more, please. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. Right, let's take that. So we've got, on the one hand, we've got this card, this 5 of Pentacles card, which is the card of lack. It's very similar to the Rider-Waite because you've still got this church window and this poor person here sad poor person, you've got Archangel, I think it's Sandalphon, with his hand on her head. So it's almost like this is although it's bad times and hard times at the moment, there's some encouragement with this, because this card's speaking to me and it's saying, don't worry, we've got your back, sort of thing. And then following that card, you've got the Six of Swords. So you're moving through tough times, but there's clear water, calm water on the other side. So I'm wondering if there is going to be some successful pushback with Sadiq Khan. Let's have a look at this thing. Yeah. So this is calm hand upon this woman's head is it's quite soothing. It's almost like it's saying, don't worry, we know we're going through it, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know what people in London are going through, but I know that there's a lot of issues with crime. I know he's recently refused an investigation, an inquiry into the grooming gangs. He says there aren't any in London. I would be very surprised to find that there aren't any in London, because they are actually all over the country and it's still going on. So I would be very, very surprised. In fact, I'd be shocked. I'd put money on the fact that there are, but he's refusing this inquiry. What does it say on that boat? Vita Nova. New life. I think Vita Nova is Latin for a new life. So it's almost like there is a traveling through these issues, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. They're leaving stormy weather behind and going towards clearer skies. Now, I don't know how significant this swan is, and the only thing I know about swans is that they mate for life. So I'm wondering if that's a nod to families. Well, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. It's sort of, but your family is the thing that is the glue that holds you all together. It's almost like this swan is keeping this boat together through ties, familial ties. So I think what that's trying to say is just stick together. It's really tough. It's going to remain tough, but we are on a journey. Life is all about journeys. We journey through tough times. We journey through easy times, but we never stop to think how easy we're having it. But when we're having it tough, it's front and central in our minds. When we're having an easy time, we don't give it a second thought. We never stop to be grateful. And I think there's something in that, and I don't know what. I'm gabbing now. It's almost as if my guides have basically taken over my tongue. So if I rabble on and I don't speak like I normally speak, it's because I'm being spoken to, and I'm trying to interpret that as quickly as I can before it fades. So there is help on the way. There are people around. There's spirit around. There are angels around. You are being protected. It's part of your life's journey. Right. So then we've got the Magician, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Magician, this card is a really positive card. I'm not seeing any trickster in this card, and I'm also not seeing any of the wands and the pentacles like you would normally see on a lot of them. It's almost telling you it's time to start manifesting. It's time. It really is time to start manifesting. I think the only way out with this is to imagine your way out of it. Imagine the life you want to see, because Sadiq Khan is going to continue to be a tyrant. He's going to continue to shut down all avenues of opposition. He's going to continue to shut everybody out. He's going to continue to shut everybody off. It's going to happen because that's who he is. And he's part of the challenge. And he's part of the challenge of the day. And we're here to deal with that challenge. So, I don't know what I've just said there, but there you go. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So, when you manifest something, you plant a seed, and the Seven of Pentacles is planting the seeds and watching your whatever it is you've set in motion grow, whether it's an idea, a project, even things like growing a garden. If you've chosen to, if the seed you planted is to remove Sadiq Khan from office, then that's part of a manifesting journey. It's about now is the time. It almost feel right. Okay, you need to say that again. Right. So what I'm just being told there is, we know that you're having issues. We know that you're struggling. We know that you're suffering right now. We know that you think it's because of Sadiq Khan, but he's here to play his part, and he's only playing a role right now. He is here to wake you up. He's here to make you be grateful for what you already have. And that is supposed to make you start to manifest what it is you do want, because we haven't been clear enough about what it is we do want. We've been focusing too much on what we don't want. And so this magician is here to say, if you manifest now, you start manifesting now. You are manifesting at a time where it's going to be most beneficial to you. You plant the seed, decide what it is that you want in your life. What change do you want to see? And then you start to create that. You can't get Sadiq Khan out of office. We can't change him. He's never going to change. While ever he's got a hole in his arse, Sadiq Khan will not change. But you can change you. And you can change you by starting off deciding what it is you do want. That's the hardest step. Decide what you do want and make that huge. Draw it. Do a mood board. Clip pictures out of a magazine. Write a fairy tale about it. What was that? Okay, write a fairy tale about it. Imagine it. Imagine it. Speak as though it's already here. Speak as though it's already here. Sadiq Khan is not in charge of London. Sadiq Khan is not the thing that's creating the issues with London. The reason why London is the way it is because people are manifesting what they don't want and not what they do want. Right, so when we've got the page, time to get to work. There's an opportunity here. This page is an opportunity to build something new out of the misery and moving forward. There's an opportunity to build something new. Make your environment better. Make your community ties better. I don't know, this feels very much like community work, like a joint effort. It's a group effort. It's a community effort. Can you hear music? I can hear music. Then we've got the King of Swords. Remain objective. Stay fair. Oh, I'll get that one. Oh, there's two of them. Just a sec. Ego, which I believe is the devil. I'll put that to one side. Right, so we've got, while you've got your head in the sand, and you're sad and you're thinking about all the things, all the shit that's happened to you and how bad it is and all the worry you're going to get about how much worse it's going to be, you are traveling through something. You're traveling through a particular point in time. And this page is telling you to start something new. There's an opportunity afoot. That opportunity is to realize that part of the problem that we're all seeing is down to what we are manifesting. We're manifesting, we're planting seeds by being worried and fearful all the time about what's next, what's round the corner. We've just had a spring statement. Rachel Reeves, as eggs, Rachel Reeves, sure as eggs, Rachel Reeves is going to be doing another budget. She's going to be coming back. If we stay in this mindset of feeling poor and in lack and scarcity, it's going to continue. We're going to get more of the same. Now it's about planting seeds in your mind, put it on paper. If you have it in your mind, you put it on paper and you say it out loud. That's 3 things. And 3 is a magic number. You can start to manifest something better. It's the perfect time right now to start training your brain. And every time you find yourself in a negative thought or fearful of whether you've got enough money or not, or thinking about what's coming next and being worried about what's not happened yet, you're manifesting it into your life. Start manifesting it, something different into your life. And then we've got the King of Swords. Was that all right with that? Yeah. No, it was ego first, weren't it? Was it ego first? Yeah. So then we've got ego here, which is the devil card. So we're moving on. The advice here, move on. Move through the choppy waters in your mind. So sort of about the mind. And then we've got the ego, the devil card. You feel like you're being trapped. It's you feel like you're trapped. You're not trapped. You can break free of these negative incoming thoughts. You can break free of it. You really can. It's a case of training your brain to catch yourself in those negative thoughts before they take over your mind. If you, just like with manifesting, if you imagine it, if you write it and you speak it, and it's, and you keep that in your mind as long as you possibly can, and you act as though whatever it is you want has already happened, you're on your way to manifesting. If you're thinking about how bad things are and you're writing down, or you're writing letters and emails and, I don't know, text messages to each other about how shit everything is, right? And then you speak it to somebody in a bus queue, you're manifesting it. And how many of us are manifesting it? We need to start turning it round. And then with this, we've got this magician with the sowing the seeds of manifesting something different. This King of Swords looks really, really fed up to me. He doesn't feel like the warrior type, the lawyer type, the cutthroaty type of person. This is a person who's really, really fed up. He looks really, really fed up, doesn't he? This is a warning in a lot of ways, because I'm seeing this as someone who really don't give a shit about what's going off anymore. It's like, that much shit's gone on, right? It don't really matter anymore, because you can just keep coming, because you just, I give up. That's the attitude I'm getting from that. But I'm getting that as a warning. Don't get to this complacent stage. This is not about Sadiq Khan, although Sadiq Khan would like everything to be about him. What's happening in London right now, he's the end result of what's happening in London. and he's taken it with him and he's run with it. He's not the He's the symptom of the problem. He's not the cure. You're the cure. So how many of you who watch my videos who live in London or just about sick to death of Sadiq Khan? Right now, there isn't a lot of anything physical, material you can do about that, but there is in the manifesting world. You know, we lose our imagination when we're kids. It's taught out of us. Our parents teach it out of us because we have to learn how to behave. But that magical thinking that little kids have, we forget how to be like that. We've got to start with some magical thinking. You know, it's never going to be right. Things aren't going to get right. We've never got any money. We haven't got any money. They're going to come back for more money. Turn it round. You know, we're blessed. We've got what we need. We've got what we want. And you know, I've got a crofter's cottage in Shetland Isles, and I go there often, many times a day. It's my little place in my mind where I go. I don't have many people around me in my life physically. I've just got my 2 kids. One of them's in Manchester, and the other one's a pigging nightmare at home. So, you know, I go to my happy place like kids do, fantasy land, fairy tale land. We need to start going back there. You know, I'm being a bit more serious about it because the reason why we are where we are is because we've manifested in the reverse, if you like. We haven't manifested the good stuff. We've been manifesting the bad stuff. Right, so I'm talking out my arse, I know. So then we've got the page, some opportunities presenting itself. You're feeling like you're trapped. And you might be trapped in a job. You might be stuck in a job and you're only doing that job because it pays you what you need to keep your head above water. You might be in a poverty trap. You might be in a benefits trap. You might be a pensioner and not be able to, and have no other way of gathering anything else up. But how many things can you list that are free? I can list all sorts of things that you can do that can give you pleasure that's free. And that's where we need to go. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So the result of this, taking the opportunity to start thinking differently, the result of this is some sort of offer of financial help. There's some finance coming in here. There's some good fortune coming in. Believe it, and it's there. You have to speak it into existence. You have to imagine it into existence. But it's there. It's in the background, and it's tied to the angel that's trying to tell you. We know. However, we are here. We can see how you are suffering, but you're suffering in your mind. I'm not saying we're not physically having issues. I'm having issues financially. Yeah, I am. I'm struggling. I can't make ends meet. I'm struggling to do that. I am one of millions that are doing the same thing. But you have to steer away from that and say, well, but I'm not struggling to reach out to people. I'm not struggling to get joy from things. I'm not struggling to be busy on things that I like doing. I'm not struggling to find things that cost nothing to do. And this is where we've got to go. And I know this isn't Sadiq Khan, but it is. It's Sadiq Khan and everything else in our lives that, is causing huge frustration. You're probably going to hate this reading. You probably are, but you're probably going to hate this reading. But I've got to put it up. It's got to be said. This has got to be said. We're at that time now where we're either going to do this, we're either going to give up, lay down and let people shit all over you, or we start to just, whatever they do, whatever's next, doesn't matter. It does and it doesn't matter, because whatever they do, you've got to be in the right mindset. Keep saying it. We experience life through 8 doors. What we can see are 2 eyes, our 2 ears, our 2 nostrils, a tongue, and our bodies. And it's the mind that walks on that path. And it's us that choose which sort of mind path we walk on. Is it going to be one of suffering, or is it going to be one of optimism, of imagination, that childlike imagination? This is what we've got to start doing. And more and more and more of us have got to start doing this. Otherwise, you know, that's when we are at our weakest. That's when we are like this, is when we are at our weakest. When we are easily infiltrated and taken over. When we are fearful, we are easily controlled. Sadiq Khan is here for another 4 years. So, but I'm wanting to know, are we getting some sort of, are the people of London going to get some sort of reprieve? All I'm hearing right now is it all depends on the mindset of everybody. In London, it depends on the mindset. If you expect that the 30 odd boroughs are successful in their quest to get a say in what happens, like, I don't know, get the London Assembly type thing back again, it will happen. If you believe that's happening, if you say it's going to happen, if you expect it to happen, it will happen. It's all down to mindset. I'm not taking that lot. So this Sadiq Khan question is, it might be more concentrated, if you like, in London right now. It might be people, I feel people are really feeling it down there. And I know everything's mega expensive. And I know I can feel that this feeling's palpable, but you have to expect better. Don't ask for it and then expect it not to be. And then if that happens, you've got renewal, you've got an awakening, you've got people waking up, people realising this is, what has it said here? Time to head in a new direction. It is time to head in a new direction, and it all begins in the mind. Sadiq Khan is only front and central in people's minds because people give him headroom. He's taking up too much room in people's minds. He's living rent free in your head. Let something nice rent free. Live rent free. And then you've got the sun. It's about, this is all about manifesting change. That's all I'm getting from all these cards. It's all about manifesting change. You've got to go from this to this. The sun, the happiest card in the deck. A time of joy. A time of success. Doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm not going to come back with a rant on something. But today, all I'm getting right now at this moment is we're manifesting things. We are manifesting things that we don't want. We need to start manifesting things that we do want. And that's Sadiq Khan or anybody else you want to talk about. Keir Starmer or anybody else. We're spending too much time bitching about it and not enough time manifesting something different. And you can manifest in your head. You can also take action. So are you writing to your local MP? Are you? Are you emailing your local MP? Are you getting involved in local issues? Are you getting involved in your community? Are you? Are you getting to know your neighbours? Are you setting up little groups anywhere? That's what it's all down to. Manifest it in your mind and then take action. You're going to hate this reading, I know it. Oh, clean up. We had this not so long ago, didn't we? Clean up, clean up. 21. Ever feel so bogged down with the emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unsolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack. Takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to unnecessary feeling of overwhelm. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for miracles that are lining up for you. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists and getting organised is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make a time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper more if you do. Right. So it's time to take some time for yourself, then, isn't it? And yes, he's here for another 4 years, but it doesn't mean that you can't manifest something better. Manifest it for yourself and your family and your people that you love first, and then everything else will slot into place afterwards. Right, I feel like I bollocked you all. Didn't mean to, so don't take offence. Right, I'm off, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ta-ra!